we know that there is this magnetic field around a current carrying conductor, a current carrying conductor being a wire. We know so far that if the wire looks like this, the wire looks like this, then there's going to be a magnetic field around that wire. And that magnetic field is going to be going essentially in concentric circles around that wire. I like drawing my magnetic field in this color. So it's going to do concentric circles around this wire. And they are going to have a direction. So if conventional current is traveling in this direction, then the direction of the magnetic field is going to be wrapping around it like this. So current is going up the wire like this, then this magnetic field, these magnetic field lines have a direction like that. Now, we also know that if they go out of the page, they have this direction. Into the page, it's the opposite direction. But I think there's potential because of the 5 principles of magnetism. One of them is that they want to be as short as possible. So these are probably going to group up if they're going in the same direction, and then become as short as possible. So I think there's some potential here. And that's why we often make electric equipment in a shape that is rounded or like a donut. And that shape has a special name, and it's called a toroid. We are exploiting the principles of magnetism. Basically, we're exploiting the principles of magnetism by changing the shape of the current carrying conductor in order to make it do what we want it to do a little bit of useful work. So I'm going to take that current carrying conductor, and I'd like you to think, please, about what is going to happen if I now take that wire and I bend it. I bend that wire like this. Now, think about all the circles around this wire. Think about all the circles around this wire. Now, think about the circles still. Circles. There's still circles around the wire. There's still circles around the wire. They are perpendicular to the wire. They're perpendicular, but now they've all kind of come together in the middle, right? They've come together in the middle. So I took this and I bent it. There we go. I bent it, and now they're still perpendicular. So I had a bunch of these, and they're still perpendicular. They're actually sort of infinite as they go along here as well. Not really infinite. You can count them. But they go around here, and there's more of them closer to the wire. There's more of them in here, and they're very, very strong. But then there's less of them on the outside, less of these flux lines on the outside, and they are weaker on the outside. But if I bend this, then I have them all going in that same direction. And if you look at my hands, I am being the magnetic flux lines. They're coming out the back of this. They're coming out the back of this wire, and they're going into the top of this wire, or into the hole, right? They're being fed from the bottom, and they're going into the hole. Fed from the bottom and going into the hole. I know the direction of them because of the right-hand rule. The right-hand rule says I followed the conventional current flow, and the right-hand rule said they came out of the bottom and they go into the top. They're all going into the top. And if I could somehow draw a really big arrow, then I would say they're all going kind of like they're all going down here into this hole. They're all going down into a hole. And the point is, it concentrates them. So it has, by taking this wire and bending it, I've concentrated those magnetic field lines, or that magnetic flux, down the hole of this toroidal shape.